Good morning. What's up, everyone? Getting Woosh booted up here. So we got a Zone 2 ride set up for today. Oh, nice and easy. Oh crap! I didn't update my graphics driver. It's gonna. Yep, there you are. Hi. Alright, base miles number 2. Oh, unlock with the premium pass. Okay, so then that star shows if you've actually finished it. Alright, so we'll do Burgess, and we'll see what that winds up doing. Because my question is, if all of the route completion awards have changed to the season pass points. All right, here we go. Okay. Get my water bottle. All right. Okay, here we go. Slog and base miles. So Monday is going to be a fun day. Monday is going to be an FTP day. So after 1 week getting my legs back under me. Gotta move forward. Onward and upward. That was pretty annoying last night. Went out for a quick 2-mile run. Now I was going to do some strides in a local park, just right down the street from my house. And this idiot who was just walking around letting one of his dogs complete off leash. Dog starts barreling towards me. I mean, and he covers a good 100, 200 feet coming straight towards me. And I'm trying to do my strides, which is basically your quasi-sprinting. Dog just comes towards me. I come to an abrupt stop, and I stick my hand, and I just go, no! And I go, "Oop." And he turns around and goes back to his owner. I'm like, freaking dog. It's like, ugh. It's so frustrating when dog owners are like, oh, I'm just gonna let my dog run free. It's like, yeah, if no one's around, or if you're in the company of other dog owners, like at a dog park or dog beach or something like that. Okay, so it looks like they're gonna do today's Zone 2, a lot of it based on cadence. Great, I hate cadence work. Oh, see how well the trainer adjusts to that concept. Tell you what, Persona 5 is a great game. It's like I have now played basically I played Persona 3. But now I'm playing through Persona 3 Reload. And I played Persona 4 and Persona 5. And Persona 5 The Royal.
Where have you been? Searching all along, came facing twilight on and on, without a clue, without a sign, without grasping yet.
But it's like the Persona games, they just do so many things right. Solid turn-based combat, a great Pokemon style monster gathering system, and then they have a whole what's called social links, where your character actually goes to school, interacts with people, has to form friendships, form bonds, and now those bonds help you in the dungeons. But the big thing is a whole heck of a lot of the stuff that you do outside of the dungeon affects you inside the dungeon.
Moments of calm, nothing left to be found.
Alright, here we go.
A mirror right in front of me, that's where I find an empty glass, reflecting the sad truth.
Okay, looks like it's not gonna.
Words not to be told. I need the mask.
So they're not gonna tell me what I need to aim for. Oh well. It's like Persona 3 has a lot more darker themes. Persona 4 does have darker themes, so they wrap it up in a shinier coat of paint. Because like in Persona 4, they actually tackle transgenderism. They actually legitimately tackle it in a good way. like in a very smart way.
Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter.
Because in the game, they have a character who's a female. Name is Naoto. Her story arc is she wants to be the best detective ever because I think her grandpa was a detective. And she wants to follow in her grandfather's footsteps. But the problem is she's a woman. And at Japan society, now I can't say if it's the same now as it is when the game was created, but it's supposed to be like early 2000s. And according to the game, females cannot become law enforcement / detectives in that society. They're just not, actual sexism exists in Japanese society, where they truly do not believe women can do certain jobs just because they're a woman, not because they don't have the skills, not because they don't have the know-how. You see now, like, being a SWAT team operator wouldn't necessarily believe that that females are cut out for that kind of work. There could be some, but generally no. Now, being a detective, putting things together with logic and facts and reasoning and being able to figure out, based off of evidence, who did something, absolutely. Woman can do that. No problem. So, but anyway, in the game, Naoto wants to be a detective. Naoto believes she cannot be a detective because of societal limitations. So what does she do? She pretends to be a boy. She basically binds her breasts, wears boys' clothing, cuts her hair, develops a fake masculine voice. I mean, when I first played the game, I was like, dude, that's a chick. Are they calling that chick a dude? There's no way that's a dude. Not buying it, not believing it. And then the story develops, and then you kind of realize, oh, we got a Mulan situation here, where she's pretending to be a boy to do something only boys are allowed to do. I was like, now that's interesting. So then, you dive into her TV world. So in the game, the TV world is a place where people literally get thrown into televisions, and it winds up in what's called the dark hour. Or not the dark hour, but kind of this alternate dimension. And the area that the person gets thrown into immediately becomes shaped. Immediately becomes shaped and amplified by their biggest desire / emotion when they get thrown in the TV. You see, now that's really important for an upcoming part of the game. So, Naoto gets thrown in. She's got this whole quasi-body dysmorphia. Not necessarily body dysmorphia, but this whole, should I be a boy or should I be a girl? It legitimately turns into a laboratory where they're conducting experimental sex changing. Like legitimately, that's what the area turns into. And Naoto has a serious question to ask. Would my life, with what I want to do, be better if I full-blown became a boy? Completely do the surgery, and it legitimately talks surgery in that. Like, it doesn't get graphic, but basically, there's a very, very scary looking machine. Big saw blades, stuff like that. So she's got a dilemma to face. But what she winds up learning is that no matter how much peer pressure she has, she needs to be her real self, which is actually a girl. Her real self is actually a girl. But she needs to be able to convince society that she's got what it takes to be a detective. She does not have to go through gender reassignment surgery. She needs to realize that she is a unique individual with a unique set of talents, and she's going to make everyone understand that she's got what it takes. And I was like, that's fantastic, because that's the right decision. So now, the other big controversy that swirled around Persona 4 is over another character named Kanji. Now, Kanji is supposed to be the delinquent stereotype. Studded leather, doesn't wear a school uniform at school, always getting into fights, does not care. So, he's the typical Japanese delinquent. What the, why is, whatever. Not that big of a deal. This is easier day today. Not caring if my stuff drops or not. So, Kanji has an issue. I mean, every main character in Persona 4 has a legitimate issue at one point in the game. Except the main character. But basically with Kanji, his issue is he meets Naoto. He thinks Naoto's kind of cute. That's when Naoto is pretending to be a boy. So, we got a weird situation here. Kanji thinks he's kind of gay. He can't grasp the concept that he could be gay. But here's the problem. He's not really gay because he thinks Naoto's cute. Because Naoto is actually a girl trying to be a boy. But here's the thing. Realistically, he's okay. Because Naoto's actually a girl. So what winds up happening is Kanji gets kidnapped and thrown into the TV world. But his area turns into a steamy bathhouse. Anyone who knows Persona 4 knows the bathhouse level. Yeah. And then there's an alternate version of Kanji that's running around in a bath towel and acting super gay. But then what's funny though is Kanji kind of learns to realize, okay, well maybe I might have these feelings, but this doesn't define who I am. It's only a small part of me. But then, I don't know if they accurately realize this, but Kanji needs to realize, whoa, wait, I'm not gay because I like Naoto, and Naoto's actually a chick. Still think Chie is my favorite Persona 4 character, though. Chie is my favorite. I like Naoto, but I like Chie. Definitely Persona 5, Makoto Senpai. Makoto Senpai! You bet your butt I romanced... Well, actually, I romanced every woman in Persona 5. That's a fun mistake. That is a very fun mistake. I won't say why, but in Persona 3, I think you can actually romance all the girls. The only thing is, and that's for social links 8, 9, and 10, I think. But the thing is, if you romance a girl, you cannot go out with you cannot do a social link with another female during that time, or else you will get penalized. Hey, Satan, what up? I know. Truly. Long time no see. How are you, ma'am? Alright. Decrease. I was gonna say, your kid's finally back in school? How have you been? How's your health been? Yeah, Persona 4 games, very glorious, very good. But yeah, the Oh, okay. Yeah, my kids went back to school yesterday. So they got school yesterday and today. Oh, man. Well, not much has been happening here in the taqueria. Got through the summer. Doing major home renovation projects right now. Front yard and backyard are completely torn up. So we're putting, adding a big new section of driveway in the front yard. And and then we're gonna replace grass in half the yard with a better grass. And then in the backyard, we're adding a whole concrete path, concrete pad, and pouring concrete over the side yard. So yeah, hopefully within the next week or two, we're gonna have the crew come over and start doing all the work. I've already done all the prep work. They have people set up on the other side of the walls. That was funny. Hey, you know what? Going off any meds. Going off any meds is a good thing. Well, taking less medication is overall better for your body. Now, let's see how it works in the mental department. But hey, you know what? I hope everything goes well. Because I know that it's kind of been a struggle for you for a number of years now. But hopefully we'll just remember to hydrate. I don't know. That's all I got. Stay hydrado. But kind of going back to the Persona discussion, I wonder how long it's going to take for them to release Persona 6. Allegedly, it's in development. I know Metaphor Refantasio is basically Persona in an actual fantasy setting. I am very excited for that game, but I don't know if I can buy it yet. Yeah. Hold up. I gotta move my mouse real quick. Yeah, well, that's good. That's the circle. That's the one that's got like the little circle water infusion flavor thingies. So basically you pop it in the top and then you fill the bottle and then you drink, and as you drink it mixes in the flavoring. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought I knew what that was. But yeah, right now I'm back in training since I got all my yard work and sprinkler work done. Well, pre-sprinkler done in the backyard. Wasn't able to finish it all off because we got a bobcat coming in. But once once all the concrete work goes in, quickly finish off the sprinklers, patch it all back up, and then that'll be it. Oh, and then I gotta build a fire pit. That's gonna be fun. But that's basically stacking stones in a circle. Let's face it, that's all it is. Well, I burn crap in my backyard quite frequently, actually. I just make sure I have a nice big, I got a hose literally like 10 feet away from the fire. And I'm always sitting right next to it. Nah, if you know what you're doing and you're very, very cautious, fires are totally fine. You can't do like a roaring 10-foot bonfire, but most people, most of the wildfires that happen here, mostly because of either absolute negligence, cigarettes, or simple sparks from a lawnmower. I can't tell you how many times it's been a simple lawnmower spark that hit a rock, someone in the hills, caused a wildfire. It's a part of life down here. We're used to it. You know, other thing about California, we've actually had a number of earthquakes over the past couple of weeks. We've had a couple of 4.7s. So you feel those ones. You legitly feel it. You're just kind of like, huh, a little earthquake going on here. Huh. Most of the time, I don't feel them. I'll be out here in the garage or something, and then it'll just be like, oh, did you feel that earthquake? What earthquake? Well, just now. No. Well, it happened. Oh, okay. Right. No. Here's what happens in Southern California. In Southern California, we don't have rain. We have rain sometime in October, between like October through December, and then we get like nothing through January, February, and then like March, like February and March, it starts to rain through April, and then once April's done, there's like no more rain. So the hills all dry out, and then we get people that drive up in the mountains. And people still smoke, which is still stupid. So they smoke, and then they flick their cigarette out a window, and it starts a wildfire. And then you got people that mow their lawns, and then they start fires. And then you get marijuana hippies that go up to smoke some dope, and then they start a forest fire. Actual true story. There was a huge fire in the hills just north of my house. Had friends that had to evacuate their very nice homes up in the hills. Why? Because a couple dope smoking hippies went up into the canyon to smoke some dope. Made a campfire, completely got out of control, burnt down thousands and thousands of acres. Because they're stupid. Huge mess. The guys got arrested for arson, thankfully. Yeah. As long as it's not Reno 911. That's not... Actually, that could be Reno. That could be reality up in Reno, Nevada. Screw you, Reno. Alright, we are about 18 minutes left here. No, because we're... Oh, okay, 911 Lone Star. Okay. I actually don't know the 911. I don't know that show. I mean, really, I'm pretty disconnected from TV shows. I'll admit. Just don't get time to watch TV shows. Because my kids are watching TV and try and show my kids some decent anime. So they're not just watching... So my middle daughter doesn't just watch garbage Barbie shows on Netflix. Really disconnected from movies, disconnected from TV shows. Just don't listen to it. I just don't watch stuff. Oh, I have a lot of recommendations. I've been watching a lot of anime. Basically, I turn it on as background noise while at work. Like I have a little window about yay big. Small window about couple inches by couple inches. Man, I've been watching this mid-2000s anime called Ergo Proxy. It's one I've heard a lot. You know, you kind of hear a lot when people talk about like older, like mid-2000s, late 90s anime. Like I've always heard about Ergo Proxy. That thing's a trip. I think it's weird. It's like the first half is like a pretty good kind of a dystopian society kind of a thing. And then the second half is a 25 episode series. So you get to like episode 12, everything kind of seems normal, and then things start getting weird. Like they start having like a game show where the game show host kills himself once the show actually gets completed. I don't know. It's weird. Then there's like one with like a knockoff Walt Disney character. I don't know. It was weird. That show's weird. It's like one of them, what do they call, psychological animes. Makes you think, makes you question reality, stuff like that. So there's a couple that I can recommend. So there's a couple isekai that I can recommend. Dr. Stone, 100% I can recommend. That one's about mysterious green light petrifies the entire world. All human life is petrified. And then 300 years in the future, a mad scientist kid breaks out. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you know Dr. Stone. Black Clover. I can 100% recommend Black Clover, except it's got a drunk chick that wears underwear everywhere. You know, it's a normal set of underwear, bra, panties, and that's all she basically wears. And she drinks all the time. That's about the only one. That's about the only issue with that. I mean, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail's basically the same issue. A little bit of gazism, jokes, and blatant gazism, looking at stuff like that. You know, typical Spanish or Japanese perv stuff. Fairy Tail is pretty good. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Ascendance of a Bookworm is very good. It's about little girl. Okay. Ascendance of a Bookworm is about a 20-year-old girl gets hit by a car, gets what's called isekai into another world. In other words, her soul goes into another world and inhabits the body of a very sickly child. But she is a bookworm, and she wants to make books. So the whole anime is about her trying to live in a very medieval society, pre-printing press, and she's trying to make books. Pretty good series. They got 2 seasons out. Recommended. Another one that's actually really, really good is Fairy Gone. Fairy Gone. Gone. It's a Victorian setting. People are able to basically do like Final Fantasy type summons. Think like Final Fantasy X. Like, people have the ability to summon these creatures. And it's a little gory. It's violent and a little gory. And probably PG-13 in terms of language. But it's actually really good. Let me think. What other ones are standout? Let me think. Oh, Space Pirate Luluco. Okay. Yeah, so Space Pirate Luluco is made by Trigger Studios. Each episode's about 7 minutes, but it is balls to the wall crazy. Each minute of those 7 minutes. It is very funny, very hilarious. So Space Pirate Luluco. Delicious in Dungeon is also made by Trigger. Usually Trigger does like more sci-fi animes, but this one's on Netflix. It's about a dungeon raiding party, and they have to eat stuff while in the dungeon. So every episode is around cooking a certain monster. It's actually really good. Mashle, Mashle. It's basically what would happen if Harry Potter went to Hogwarts without having any magic, but unlimited physical strength and capabilities. Okay, yeah. I'm a huge fan of Mashle. It is a good time. So yeah, Mashle's on the top of my list. Let me think. I'd have to go over my lists. Here, let me grab my list up. On Will's Discord, I've made a whole list of all the anime I've been watching. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. That one's pretty good. Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is good. Yeah, Metallic Rouge. Metallic Rouge is really good. It's kind of it kind of has this feeling of a mid-90s, mid-80s anime, kind of like Armitage, Akira, stuff like that. Really new, it's really good. The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash. That's actually a really good one, too. It's a very weird isekai, where girl has ability to kind of tame monsters, but like their society's magical ranking system puts her as a 0, So she's like an absolute outcast and has to survive while running away from everyone that wants to murder her because she has no alleged magical abilities. Oh, My Clueless First Friend. That's a good time. So it's about this little girl in school who everyone thinks is like cursed. They all say she's cursed, that she has demon, and this is like grade school kids. And then there's this one boy who moves in, who so desperately wants to be possessed. So the little boy becomes like her bestest friend because he wants to be possessed by her. But it's always like really good natured though. He's like, what? You got super curse powers? That is totally awesome. I want that. But he's like so sincere about it. It's adorable. Let's see here. Okay, so there's another really good one that I've been watching. My Ordinary Life. That's another one I can 100% recommend. Absolutely hilarious. Insanely hilarious. So My Ordinary Life is about these 4 high school girls. So there's like 2 major storylines. You have these 4 high school girls that just do stuff. And it's like basically set up like a sketch comedy kind of a thing. But it's so funny. The way the animation team animates the girls and their arguments and stuff, so funny. And then there's another one where there's a genius inventor girl who's like in grade school, and then she invents this robot high schooler to take care of her. But she like keeps putting all these weird things in the girl, and the android so desperately wants to be a normal person, but she's got this gigantic wind-up key stuck in her back. So she's completely self-conscious about it, but she totally wants to be a normal girl. So it's like this weird Pinocchio thing. It's hilarious. And then the little inventor girl is like shoving Swiss cake rolls in her arm. And then she invents this scarf that makes this little stray cat I think there are stuff for I think Ascendance of the Bookworm might be a little boring. Most everything else I can very much so recommend. Kaiju number 8 is a current one, and it's very funny. My daughter that's 11 and my daughter that's 8 love Kaiju number 8. I think the only one that might not work for your son would be the oh shoot, he did delete the previous completed content ones. Darn it. Yeah, I very much so liked Kaiju. It's been a good time. All right. But yeah, that's it. We're wrapping it up. Yeah, one of these days I need to go through my anime list and actually rank all the anime I've watched. Oh, another pretty good one is the 86. It's kind of like a mecha anime. It's really well done. If your son likes mechanized robotic combat, I think he'll like the 86. It's got some more mature themes of survival and stuff like that in it. But overall, it's one of my favorites, personally. But yeah, I'm just kind of grab bagging a bunch of stuff that I've remembered watching. All right. Let's see. We've got about 12 miles. 12 and a half miles done. Allegedly 300, about 400 calories burned. It's a good zone 2 right here. No problem, Satan. On my anime area of the Discord, there is a pinned link to my anime list, so you can see everything that I've seen. And then each, with my anime list, they have little synopsises of each of the anime on them. So if you want to browse that list, you got any questions, just let me know in the anime area. I can tell you about any of those. I think, if I remember it, that is. All right, 2 more minutes left. 2 more minutes, and then we're done. I need to wash this towel today. One minute 30. Yeah, I'm a pretty good source for anime. Cause like if I'm watching 12-episode anime and I don't have a lot of stuff going on at work, I can usually burn through a 12-episode season in about 2 days. So yeah, speaking of Hollow, I've seen that he's streaming again. He kind of took some time away, and now I see he comes back every once in a while. All right, 30 seconds. Yeah, it happens. It happens in some streaming communities. All right. Yeah, there's that huge gap there right in the middle. That's weird. Okay. Couple cadence dips. That's about it. All right. Ugh. Workout done. Get the shoes off here. It's another reason why I'm not going longer than about 45 minutes right now, because my keister can't handle it. All right, so let's see here. So let's see if it actually records. But first thing we got to do is we got to figure out who the chat is of the day. Let's see, who's the chat? I got 13 miles, 15 miles, Rudy Jansen, 15 point, Yongjin Ko, Yongjin Joe is the chat of the day. Got to give a shout out who the biggest chat is. There you go. And upload. Yeah, that's weird. Did it not show? Here, so it was Belgium, Bruges. Do you have to be... I think you have to be on... I think you have to be on... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Here's Bruges. I did Bruges. On any ride. Okay, I need to email them about this, because it seems like if you're doing a workout, it doesn't count you completing the route. Kind of noticed that. Like, I never do free rides. I always do structured workouts. So it's like not recognizing that I'm actually completing it, because I went 13 miles. I basically went around the Burgess route twice, but it's not doing the thing. All right, well, whatever. I'll figure that out one of these days. All right, amigos, that is gonna be it for me today. So we'll be back tomorrow. You know what we're gonna do? We're actually gonna raid a channel. That guy is not doing Zwift. Let's see here. Ah, there you go. We'll raid Shane Zell. Start raid. All right. We're gonna get out of here. So see you guys later. Good night, Isaiah Norris. Wherever you are, join the Discord. Bye, guys.
This is probably going to be slow, but we'll see what happens. Ooh, good crit tactic.